1, Luke Maple. In the 2 is Andrew Clark. The 3, Matthew George. The 4, Cody McFarlane. 5, Kyle Stokes. 6 is James Moore. 7, Michael Princic. In the 8 is Nathan Roach. 9, Cameron Brabender. And the 10 is Sam Rogan. The 11 of the Superoos is Luke Gilmore. 12 is Luke Dudgeon. 13, Ben Jones. 14 is Bailey Chaplin. 15, Blake Maple. 16, Daniel Swanbury. 17 is Shane Grant. 18 is Dylan Soper. And the 19 of the Superoos is Jeffrey Napper.
too bad. Top one inside the way, down by, you know, where the one sheds are. No, you do only do it for one time. Hey, you idiot.
Get off him!
That's right.
Everything okay here? You've got black hand inside you, so you're not connected inside you. Even though I'm back now, inside. Get up there.
Does it take long to fix?
I can't, I'm trying to trace it now.
Yeah, got it, mate.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's a place that's daughter was told about his birthday. There was a big function. It's all Italian. Gardeners and that. We've got a Friday with Christmas there. To the better, that's a They look like
She's jumping around. Yeah, I think she didn't
First points in reserve grade go to Gerrigong with a try to Campbell McDonald. Successfully converted by Jacob Rain. Gerrigong 6, Jamberoo 0.
What a crash.
he had another one when I walked in. When I walked in, I was on. So, he's like, oh, you know, we're going to that party.
I saw him like
Jeff used to do it.
Jeff would sit on it. Nick's right guys, you always seem to have good
That last try for Gerrigong was the second one for Campbell McDonald. Gerrigong 10, Jamberoo 0.
Well, the bloke is good.
No, there's a fullback in my door.
So has he got it down?
No, I've done over 4 bucks. Anyway, never even got within 2 weeks.
Try for Gerrigong was scored by Elijah Nile, successfully converted by Jacob Rain. Gerrigong move along to 16, Jamberoo 0.
Plenty of money. Glass of water, mate.
must knock on the city head. Some of them go down.
It wouldn't matter if it's nobody would strike the ball. Did it now, they didn't have a What exactly was the word on there? Here we go. No,
Jamberoo right on half-time was scored by Luke Gilmore. Conversion attempt unsuccessful at half-time. Gerrigong lead Jamberoo 16-4.
No worries, man. Pull up. No, it's all right. I'm sitting inside. Oh, right.
Yeah, well, they did Superoos the day before.
Yeah.
Robbie Holmes played all over. Yeah. He was a real strict fellow. Lewis played all these treated with Corwin some 2 years in the competition. They needed this time, 1919. Never won the premiership, but they won 4 out of the next one. On head game. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was going to stop you this year. 29:30, I was pulling on high. We used 58.
Oh yeah.
And my mate takes down Johnny Holland. So we were talking. Well, they haven't decided. Ray played a lot of he's followed all the history over the years. He's done it. Yeah. He's got a lot of championships that he has falling out with something. He's at a mercy. The hand is up. The hand of his hand is up. We've had stuff there's never written on there, but can't get to it.
Oh yeah, he played.
And he was regular, probably Stan Gilbert, probably the best man they had. That was very good. I'm telling you, look at all of his.
Yeah, you used to bring it.
Well, at least here on elevated, and with my binoculars, I'll have now, bought my big 2 litre, so yeah, they'll keep me. Yeah, no, really. What's it there? That's a different element, doesn't it? Yeah. Baby steps, a bit more good. Any that's far though. I can see. Yeah, that's right. You start to. Yeah. They can tell you what it is. Thanks, Bertie. Guys. And I've also got a headset if you want to know if that's sorry, yeah, see what happened there. So
kind of steak in the line.
Oh yeah, perfect. And do I get sound through the cans as well? Perfect. Yeah. I don't know. Let me know if I need to get a bit closer too, because my extension lead. I've got an extension lead for this one. I don't know where my extension lead for this one was.
You want a beer?
But I can get as close as I need to anyway.
Rightio.
Is it?
That's free, you've knocked him back, mate.
Yes, that's right. Did you give him that? Short, I got it
I was surprised you didn't. I thought it was
I think it was the right. I think it was the right. Yeah, well, I could have brought in the ice. Oh, well, yeah. It comes to the as long as there's so now, you know, it's not over. I don't want to get
I think it's, yeah. Is that the same? Is that sorry? Oh, okay. So you don't have one for? Okay, that's all right. So. Yeah, so I'll go, fill the belly up and then I can, and I'll be able to use the rest and I'll be able to hear myself back. Yeah. Lovely. Yeah. No worries. How am I sitting there? It reaches fine with that? So I can come closer if need be. Yeah. I may end up standing, just stand here. Yeah, I'll do it easy.
Try to Gerrigong's Oliver Wilbraham, successfully converted by Jacob Rain. The lines are now 22, Jamberoo 4.
Yeah, I'll probably just stand here. Yeah. And if it gets a bit too sort of, I'll just take the cans off and I'll just... Because the mic's wireless, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just if I want to have the can.
More than telling you
Rider Kane Armstrong from Gerrigong, again converted by Jacob Rain. Gerrigong 28, Jamberoo 4.
She sort of started to put up
Jamberoo's Matthew George, conversion attempt unsuccessful. Gerrigong 28, Jamberoo 8.
shocked when he's doing it. There you go, Brian. What difference does it make? You know that you got the ball anyway. Maybe you grab it for the play, don't you? It's killed the play. What is that? So something that's hit the ball, hit the head, you put it back. The lump will be after playing.
Full-time reserve grade Gerrigong have run up wins 28 points to 8. For Gerrigong, 2 tries to Campbell McDonald and 1 to Elijah Nile, 1 to Oliver Wilbraham, and 1 to Kane Armstrong, 4 goals to Jacob Rain. For the Superoos, 2 tries, 1 to Luke Gilmore and 1 to Matthew George. Half-time, Gerrigong led 16-4, full-time they've run out winners 28-8.
just get you to watch the camera so it doesn't get blown by the wind.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, easy done.
Well, you can see how you're going to plug that onto here. You
Oh yeah, lapel. Yeah, no worries.
do that with whatever you want. That's ready to go.
Beautiful, thank you.
By chance, have the fair share of injuries by chance.
I've heard you call, have you? Are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, they actually asked me last minute because mainly they've been getting Johnny Pett and Mitch Jennings to do that this season. They've been doing the bulk, and Chris Bannerman said to me today, he said, "Oh, can you do the match of the round?" Geno's did his ACL, or no, his ankle. I think he hurt his ankle last night or something, and I said, "Oh, look, no, I'm doing Group 7's match of the round, so I can't do it." But yeah, so it'll be interesting, like obviously new players and that, and also calling from end on as well. Like in terms of the team coming down here, it'll be a bit sketchy calling to start off until I get the familiarised like facial recognition with the players. But
You could go down halfway.
At the conclusion of the first grade game,
yeah,
there'll be an award made to the man of the match.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, if I go, oh, I'm struggling and I'm not picking up the players and that sort of thing, I
the
can.
referee.
Yeah.
The prize that they'll get will be $250 worth of
I'll just see if
merchandise,
Jamberoo's team sheet has come up, and then I'll come back out.
$60.
Yeah, I've got Gerrigong's changes. So yeah, that's who I saw. Yeah, thanks. Oh, thanks, Thomas. Oh, jeez. No Jamberoo yet. It's always the way. There's always one team, or if not two.
I wonder what the delay is. I think they just get distracted and they forget about it.
Yeah, they go. Oh, yeah, we better give it up to the box.
Back down here, I'll see. Hopefully the managers will come down.
I'll come back, yeah.
Just wait for the Jamberoo team sheet.
Yeah.
Jamberoo's team
There we go on there.
He's sitting downstairs outside the dressing shed. You know the big one?
Yeah, that is. You think you bring it up, wouldn't you? He just sits there. You remember doing that up last week? Rotating it for you.
Oh, beautiful. Thanks. Oh, here we go.
I could just ring him and said bring it up.
I'll read Jim
Gerrigong will take the field in first grade, and then one jumper will be Isaac Russell, and two Joel Doocy, three 10, Matt Winchester. 4, Ben Grant. And the 5, Harry Phillips. In the 6, Corey Mulhall. 7, Rexy Russell. In the 8, Alexander Weir. 9, Nathan Ford. 10, Joe Collier. 11 will be Joel Roberts. In the 12 will be Christian Jarrett. 13, Jake Taylor. 14, Kane Armstrong. 15, Jordan Chandler. 16, Lloyd Bowen. And 17, Kyle Marks for Gerrigong.
Is that Jongs, is it? Jones. Ben Jones. Yeah, Ben Jones in the 18. No, Matt Webster, is that right? No. 10's out, Matt Webster. Yeah. All right, beautiful. Thanks, gents. That's all right, mate. You would.
In the 2, Ben Barnard. 3, Jack Clark. 4, Dylan Capan. In the 5, Steve Duchard. 6, Mark Aspie. 7 will be John O'Dallas. In the 8, Brendan Smith.
I think so.
9, Brock Skelly. 11, Kyle Stone. In the 12, Simon Maslenka. In the 13, Luke Asquith. 14, James Asquith. 15, Tom McCartan. 16 will be Kieran Pearce. 17, James Gilmore. And the 18 for Superoos is Ben Jones.
All right. You let me know when we're going. You let me know when. Yeah, cool. Hello and welcome to Bar TV's coverage of the Group 7 competition. It's the St George Illawarra Kiama Leagues Club match of the round, 1v2 here at Mick Cronin Oval between the Gerrigong Lions and the Jamberoo Superoos. The Superoos coming out on the field, the Lions already taking their place at halfway. They will run to the eastern side of the field in this first half. The Superoos will be running to the grandstand end. What a battle this proves to be. The winner will go top of the table. The Superoos occupy that position by 1 point at the moment. The Lions looking to topple Jamberoo, who of course are coming off their first loss of the season. The referee for this one, William Drury. And we're just about set for action. Time on, we're underway. As Mulhall goes deep, using this breeze in the first half as the Superoos get first use of the football. 3-man tackle. Both sides going in slightly under strength. A test of depth this afternoon as the Superoos, and a big tackle coming in there from Mulhall. And in the 13 there, that's Luke Asquith. Now they're 10 shy of halfway, the Superoos. Ford in there with the tackle, and in the 15 jersey, Jordan Chandler starting the game as that one goes high, testing the back three already, and that's a great take. AFL like there from Harry Phillips wearing the 5 jersey this afternoon. The ball goes to Grant. He gets his first hit up of the afternoon. 3 of them in there to affect the tackle. They go short side with Mulhall and up to halfway. So they swing it back to the open side, and that's Joel Roberts with the football. Ford again looking to the open side, and they go out that way, and a short ball there in the 15 jersey. Chandler takes it. That's the 5th and last for the Lions. Short side they go, and they go to the lock forward there, and Taylor again going high, looking to use the breeze. No one's under it. It bounces horribly for the Superoos. It goes back to Mulhall, but the ball's still alive here. The ball's thrown in by Phillips, and it's Therefore, in the one jersey, Isaac Russell, he goes to the air as well. It doesn't make much ground. He chases his own kick, but it eventually goes into touch. 20 metres out from the Superoos goal line at the eastern side of Mick Cronin Oval. Good crowd in. Plenty on the hill, plenty in the cars as well on the southern side. No doubt the high ball will be a tactic at both sides. We'll look to employ with this howling breeze. It really is only picked up in the last hour or so. It's going to make life very tough for the wingers and the fullbacks. There's the first penalty of the game going to Jamberoo. So first attacking chance for the ladder leaders. Has Lanka to play it as they go now out the back, and it's Dallas with the football, and chiming in there is Kurt Field, and Field has met in a good ball and all tackle there from Mulhall. He was up quickly as the Superoos now go one out. Short side they go. Dallas looking for the in goals. He's looking for his winger as well, and it's been forced out there by the Lions. Russell coming across in the nick of time, but the Superoos should get the scrum feed 10 metres out. They'll get another chance to mount an attack. Perfectly weighted kick from the captain, coach, and Dallas. He had players steaming through. So Dallas feeds the scrum now, and it's Asquith going across field, looking to pick up one of his support plays. He goes himself and almost got away from the defence. The Lions make the tackle on Asquith, who runs about 20 metres across field as they look to bring it back to the middle on tackle 2. Superoos looking for first points. They're 5 metres out. So Skelly, shape to go left, goes right to Asquith, who goes through and scores the opening try of the game. He's looked dangerous the couple of times he's had the football in hand, and it was a little too easy for Mark Asquith. Jamberoo may have been shock losers last week, but they're on a mission this afternoon. 4-0, kick to come from adjacent to the posts. Nice deception from Brock Skelly at dummy half. Looked as if he was going to go to his left. He went to his right, and plenty of time for Asquith to take the ball to the line, and the defence wasn't up to it. So Field to add the extras. Regulation kick. He stabs it and he nails it. 6-0 to the ladder leading Superoos.
Try to Jamberoo's Mark Asquith. Successfully converted by Brock Skelly. Jamberoo 6, Gerrigong 0.
It's actually Skelly with the kicking duties. No Dean Watling today. And a lost ball by the Superoos. It spits out the back. The play, it'll be play on. Ball deemed to have gone backwards. So short side they go with Stone. Stone 10 from halfway as they played in from the southern touchline. Back to the middle. This time they'll call it up for a lost football. So they fail to complete after points and they give the Lions a chance. So Mulhall standing one off, skipping and stepping and going into the defence. 35 metres out from the Superoos line, and catch and pass there from Roberts to Weir, and Weir's tackled centre of the park. Lions trailing by 6, looking to get back in this one as they go short side. It was Russell out there to his back rower. Roberts to play the football. Marching their way ever closer are the Lions. So Ford, he goes open side, shaping to pass inside, goes outside, the ball's lost. Taylor trying to force the issue, had a player coming steaming through, couldn't handle it. The Roos come away with it. On the 0 tackle. So that's Bouchard. Now Skelly looking for support, and he goes himself. He had someone looming on the inside a little too late, couldn't see him. No thrills in this set as the Roos look to get out of trouble after having their line momentarily peppered by the Lions. So they go short side with the try scorer, Asquith, who carries it in 2 hands, takes it to the line, gets the unload away. They'll be called to play it on the last. They're 40 metres out from the Lions goal line as the ball goes to Dallas. Dallas is rushed with the kick. It was some good pressure on, and now it's Ben Grant away with the football. He goes one-on-one with Clark, who gets some support in. Wasn't the end of the set that the Roos were after. Good kick pressure from the Lions. Phillips now with the football. The big bopper Weir. Now Collier, middle of the park. Set to the left, the Lions, and they're short the Roos. If they go that way instead, they go to the right. It's with their Mulhall, and Mulhall looking to unload, but no support there. He finally succumbs to the tackle on the 5th. Short side they sweep there, and it's the back rower in Roberts who's forced to kick, and it's pretty easy work at the back there for the Roos. Barnard with the football. Now look to play it out of their own quarter. They got a little lost there, the Lions, and as a result, Jamberoo come away with it. 6 points to 0 in this St George Illawarra Kiama Leagues Club match of the round. You're watching this on Bar TV. Great to have your company. Beautiful day for rugby league. A little bit of a breeze about, but we're nudging the 19-degree mark here in beautiful Gerrigong. Back to Dallas, and Dallas looks to keep this one low. He's got plenty of purchase on it. Maybe with the breeze it's going to go too long. It will. That'll be 7 tackles out of the 20 metres for an optional restart for the Lions. Just wanted that one to sit up, Dallas. Now Ducey with the tap. A good tackle from Dallas, legs and all. Now Grant. So the outside backs coming in to help out the forwards. That's Phillips, the wing 3/4. The ball turned on the inside from Russell to Weir, and Weir carrying it into the Roos half. Big chance for the Lions as they look to square things up. In 2 hands was Taylor. Looked the most dangerous just about of the Lions players thus far as they now go to Russell. Russell with the cutout ball there to Winchester. What a dangerous player he is if you give him space. This time they were up quickly on him. Finally they get to the last. It's been a big set. They've rolled down the field. Now the kick for the in goal. The chase coming through. It's forced dead by the Roos. That'll be a goal line dropout. The perfect end to a very good set from the Lions. Russell getting the repeat set for Gerrigong. The Roos with a 6-0 lead. That one drilled towards the sideline. That's come off a Lion's hand. Phillips, an absolute howler. Jamberoo with the scrum feed. Perfectly executed kick. I think it was Skelly with that one, drilled it low towards the touchline. It was probably going out on the full, but had poor old Harry Phillips and two minds got a touch to it. Jamberoo get away with it. And they get a penalty. It's a differential one for offside from the scrum. Just to add insult to injury is Dallas with a booming kick for touch. So the Superoos again, back on the attack. But a lost ball. Another error had a little bit of help according to the referee, Will Drury. No thoughts of taking the two. They want to apply more pressure on this Lions line. They were very fragile last time they were up here. A little touch from Skelly. It went backwards. Dallas looking to pick up some support. He dummies. He somehow gets through the tackle. Then he gets the unload away to his lock forward in Asquith. And Asquith gets it out the back to Mark Asquith. And they can't put him down. They get the ball away. They're looking to go towards the northwestern corner, still going. That was Dylan Capan. Asquith again. Skelly. Dummies, then goes deep to Dallas. Dallas looks to his outside. He picks up some support and they're going to score. Kyle Stone running a nice line off his skipper. And the Roos extend their lead. Well, John O'Dallas, he had options galore outside him. He pulled the right rein. He had big Kyle Stone off his hip. Nice little line. Had the Lions defenders grasping at thin air. So a tougher assignment this time for Brock Skelly. 12 metres in from the southern touchline. 18 metres back. The strike's good, but it's hooked to the left, no goal. The score remaining 10-0 in favour of the Roos. The hosts forced to play catch-up.
By Kyle Stone to Jamberoo. Conversion unsuccessful. Jamberoo 10, Gerrigong 0.
So Mulhall back to halfway. And he slips as he kicks into no man's land. The bounce is kind. It sits up nicely for the Roos, who came into this top of the table despite a 2016 loss to Warilla last week, their first of the season. Gerrigong snapping at their heels after a 44-18 win over Albion Park Oak Flats last week. Just 1 point separates them on the ladder. Both have had 9 wins so far this season. Jamberoo, the one draw, the one losses. Now they go short side. They found some space. Skelly the dummy. He's got inside support. He finds a 2. Oh, the Roos go back to back in the corner. The fullback in Kurtfield. 14-0. Eyes up play from Brock Skelly. And the ladder leaders are cruising. Well, he's got all the tricks in the bag, does Brock Skelly. The Lions were sleeping down the short side on the southern touchline. He goes, thank you very much, I'll go through. A feeble attempt at tackle. And support galore, it was Kurtfield who was looming on the inside. Had some work to do, the cover wasn't too bad. He only just got in that southwestern corner. And it makes Skelly's conversion that much tougher. The Lions will be a little bit concerned with this right edge defence. Jamberoo have really targeted it with some success. The wind playing havoc, the ball coming off the tee. Take 2 for the architects of the Roos' third try. And again, he might need one of his teammates to come and help him out. Let's see if third time's a charm. I can tell you one thing, the crowd has been taken well and truly out of this contest. Skelly moves in. This one again out to the left. 14-0. Jamberoo over Gerrigong, this top of the table. St George Illawarra Kiama Leagues Club Group 7 man of the match.
Jamberoo now 14, Gerrigong 0.
Hope you're enjoying the coverage on Bar TV. Mulhall this time, no troubles, doesn't slip over, drills it low and hard towards the uprights at the eastern side of the field, and the Roos went back to back. They'll be fancying their chances of marching up the field yet again. The high tackle, another penalty. It's been a diabolical 20 minutes to open this game for the Lions. Between errors, between penalties, they've really gifted the Roos this lead, and some pretty feeble defence as well. I know the Lions are undermanned. And going straight through, the Roos again. Asquith to play it. They go out to the left again. Dallas! Oh, it just opened up for him. Now he looks for his support. He dives with the football, looking for a quick play the ball. They go back to the open, fielded acting half, and now Asquith to mark Asquith. Now they go quick hands. They're looking to score in this corner here, but the Lions now getting across in cover. Oh, that's a good recovery from the home side. Forcing the Roos into touch at the north-western end. Jono Dallas thought he was Moses at one point there. He was parting the Red Sea. No one in front of him. The cover was good enough to stop him. The Lions get away with it, down 14-0. They really could ill afford another Another try. Now Doozy as they try and work it out of their own red zone. Offload away to Mulhall, and Mulhall just burrows the head. Takes it into contact. Now to Grant. Getting away from the tackle of Stone and earning his side a penalty as well. They were all offside, the Superoos, in the 16 jersey. Kieran Pearce on the field. So the quick tap comes and it's Stone looking for a gap and almost found one. Right up the guts. Now it's Collier to play it. Short side they go with Taylor. Taylor going to his support on the outside. And pushed off the ball. That'll be a penalty. 2 in a row for the Lions as they take the quick tap. They want to get on with this. They know they've got work to do, and Ford almost getting to the line. Russell into acting half. It goes back to Taylor. Taylor going wide to Mulhall. Mulhall goes short, and it's Roberts now with the ball. He's tackled 10 metres out. Again, Russell into acting half, and stepping off the left was Russell, and now he gets it back to his front row forward there, and Weir trying to barge his way over. Ford to the open side, now to Russell. Russell, Taylor goes inside. He finds there Chandler. Chandler looking to shrug away. Now Ford probing out of dummy half. He goes to Russell. Russell turning it back on the inside, and Taylor, he's looked the most likely. A metre short. 5th and last as Ford goes down the blind. His pass doesn't go to hand and they lose the football. It'll be a changeover. The Roos get out of trouble. A little bit messy to end the set. Not without their chances. Roos leading 14-0. They look to try and work it out of their own 20. This isn't bad defence so far from the Lions. You can accuse them of being a little bit flimsy in the opening 25 minutes, but this set much better. It's forced a kick from Dallas deep in his own half. A good take by Russell on his knees, and look at him run back with some vigour. Straight at the defence. No thoughts of a sidestep there. But they'll start their set in good real estate as Doozy runs straight up the middle, and now it'll be Phillips to do the same. Third tackle, they're 40 away from the Roos line. They trail by 14, the Lions. Few probably would have seen a scoreline or predicted a scoreline like this after 25 minutes of play. Ford to Russell. Winchester wrapped up. He gets the offload away. Back to Russell. Russell skipping across field. Didn't like what he saw coming back the other way, so he takes the tackle. 5th and last it is as Grant goes to first receiver, throws the dummy and dies with the football. Well, I don't know whether he knew it was the last, but when the Lions are looking for points to try and get back in this, that's not the play you want on the 6th. It's now the Roos again. Working it away from their own end. With the lead and perhaps the aid of the breeze, you could say. Back to Dallas. Doesn't quite get the purchase on that football he was after as Phillips cuts it back. He steps off the left and straight into 2 defenders. who were there to greet him. Gilmore, the chief tackler. Now Ducey. Now a chance for Russell. And he catches the Superoos markers offside. Now Ricks and Russell will find touch at the southern end. The Lions still searching for their first points. So Ford plays the football, Russell on the inside to Weir. Short side, Ford finds Mulhall. Mulhall to Roberts, and Roberts is brought down. They're 10 metres out. Ricks and Russell, Taylor with it now. 10 metres out. Quick play the ball, they go to the left. Russell, a cut-out ball, finding Isaac Russell. He goes to Winchester. Winchester skipping, fending, looking for a gap. He throws a beautiful ball and cut down in a try saver. They go to the left, batted on from Russell. Goes to Winchester, but he's set upon. That'll be the handover. In fact, it was on the ground there. It looked like it was Chandler who had to go back and retrieve that. There was nothing he could do. Again, fifth tackle options, letting down the home side. Now Skelly again. Probing down this left edge. "12 minutes left in the first half." Dallas with some time and some space. He dummies and cops a bit of a high one there from Mulhall, who makes the tackle he needed to. Last tackle again. This one goes high and it's straight down the throat. Oh, and Russell drops it as cold as a spud. No one within cooey of him. He spills his lollies. Could that be a costly error in the scheme of this match? So they go to the short side with Mark Asquith. Mark Asquith looking to get through. The defence was backpedaling. Every time he touches the ball, he looks likely. So now Luke Asquith to play. Wide to Dallas. Dallas to field. He looks on his inside. It's a beautiful ball. And Gilmore, the gleeful recipient. Oh, the Roos are hot. Kurt Field. Great vision and great support play from James Gilmore. The Lions, a shadow of the team we've seen over the opening 12 rounds. No, they don't have a full complement as far as personnel. Neither do Jamberoo, mind you. No Corey Grigg, of course, for the Roos. That's a big loss, but although their depth slightly tested, they're standing up today. So this time Field with the kicking duties, and he pushes it out to the right this time. 18-0 goal kicking, keeping the Lions in with a chance.
Try for Jamberoo's James Gilmore. Conversion attempt done and successful. Jamberoo are now 18, Gerrigong 0.
Starting to really cool down here at Mick Cronin Oval. That sun just disappearing momentarily as it gets later in the afternoon. 9 minutes left in the first half of this St George Illawarra Kiama Leagues Club match of the round. As that kick holds up in the breeze, the Roos have certainly made use of it in this first half. And they've been super impressive. So McParlin to play it. Already to halfway. And look at them. Playing with all the confidence in the world. Another offload. This time it'll be James Asquith to play it as they go down that narrow side at the northern end of the ground. Oh, and Dallas wasn't the best service, but he had a little bit of a peek up at the Lions' defence. And on the last, it'll be a changeover. And Russell out to atone for that error that cost them a try just minutes ago. He'll play the ball 12 metres short of halfway. Well, I'm sure Coach Mick Cronin will have plenty to say in the sheds at half-time about his side's performance. Now Roberts. Clark in there to make the tackle. Russell turning it into Weir. Haven't been able to find much space up the middle as Ford looking for some work now. Looking for a gap, none forthcoming. That's the fifth. To the boot of Isaac Russell. It's ugly, but it's bouncing, and it'll go into touch. I suspect that will be a Superoos ball. No touch from a Jamberoo player. I wouldn't think. Despite the protest from Lions players. 7 minutes till half-time, 18-0 to the ladder-leading Roos. Dallas slipped as he came to the defence. Easy meet there for Collier. At 9 from halfway, told to go back on the mark and play it, the Roos. That's the fifth. Dallas, boot to ball. Again, putting Russell under the pump. Up to the task on that occasion. And Grant. Asquith holding on to the jumper, bringing him down with some help. And a nice run by Rickson Russell. Russell ducking and weaving through defenders. Good run. The Lions on the front foot here. Mulhall now. One out stuff. And the number 6 will play it. Milks a penalty as well. So 5 minutes, they take the quick tap. They want to get on with this. Ford will play. 20 out. Open side, Taylor Russell. Back to Weir. Ford Out to Russell. Mulhall. Oh, and another error. Stone went without it. Things haven't clicked for the Lions. They will be praying for the halftime siren. They need the reset button desperately. Not much for this very good crowd here at McCronan Oval to cheer about thus far. All one-way traffic. Asquith at acting half. So Dallas again, his footwork, he was slipping. Fifth and last. Short side they go, the kick from field, he keeps it low and trapped on the foot by Russell. Russell going across field, looking for a gap that doesn't come, and Asquith brings him down. Now Phillips. Winchester, he's had little time and space, 19 tries this season in just 11 games. Yet to see the best of the left centre today. And to be fair, really hasn't had the opportunity. Neither has this bloke, the captain, Nathan Ford. Trying to create something. The big dummy as they go out to Mulhall, and Mulhall throws the cutout. It's left behind. And when it's not going your way, it's not going your way. Grant couldn't handle it that time. There's a Lions player down in the defensive line. They'll call time off here, you would suspect. They will do that now. Just trying to get a visual on who it is. Signalling to the touchline. A leg injury.
Trevor McCarroll, could you just go to the hill bar, please? Trevor McCarroll, go over to the hill bar.
So there will be a change here. The 16 going on. Lloyd Bowen. Another blow to the Lions. 18-0 in favour of the Roos into the final couple of minutes of the first half. Luke Asquith. Again told to go back and play it on the mark. Thought the Lions might have jumped the gun, and Dallas running it to the line again. They've stood off him all afternoon and he's made them pay. Oh, and that's some big defence. Stone trying to inspire the Lions. As Dallas goes to the short side field, puts it on the boot looking for his winger. It won't sit up though. It'll go into touch. That's not a bad result with only 28 seconds left in the first half. All Jamberoo, 18-0. The Lions frustrated.
Yeah, it's a small box next to the ladies' toilets at the back here.
Not really interested in packing the scrum. They'll go straight to the sheds, you'd suspect. Siren about to blow. Well, it's all Jamberoo in this match of the round. The ladder leaders.
Half time in this first grade game, Jamberoo 18, lead Gerrigong 0.
The Roos hoping to skip 3 points clear at the top of the ladder. We're absolutely dominant lines with plenty to do.
The following 2019 jersey sponsors for their assistance this year. The one jumper is sponsored by Lake Conjola Punters Club. 2 by J&J Earth Moving, 3 Concrete Civil, 4 by Marston Home, 5 by the Hill Bar and Kitchen, 6 Wishart Paint Supplies, the 7 jumper by Luke's Punt Club, the 8 by Barbara Pierce, 9 Jim Bergen, the 10 New Image Kitchen Shoalhaven, the 11 jumper by John Wilson, the 12 jumper sponsored by Oceanside Kitchens, Gerrigong Smash Repairs, Quine Building and Eye on the Garden Landscaping, 13 by Neil Campbell of Ray White Gerrigong, 14 Feed Air Financial Services and Sam O'Leary Building, 15 jumper by Peter Ford Building, 16 by Feed Air Financial Services, Sam O'Leary Building, and the 17 jumper also by Peter Ford Building. Thank you again to those sponsors for your continued support in 2019 as our jersey sponsors.
Yeah, not live stream, so yeah, they got it on delay. So I think they put up from 6. I think. Yeah, I know that. I think the group they're trying to. I think it'll be just getting a few clubs over the line. So I think next year they'll look to try and go a live game. But yeah, so yeah, no, it'd be nice even to see before the end of the season if they.
My brother plays down in Canberra, so
oh yeah,
watch their game when he's.
Who's he play for?
Belconnen United.
Oh yeah.
It's good too.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, what's his name?
Ewan McCarroll.
Okay, yeah.
Started his first year down there.
Oh yeah. How's he finding the quality?
What's that?
How's he finding the quality of the Canberra Raiders Cup?
Yeah, I thought he thought it'd be a little bit tougher than what it was. I've gone and watched a few games. Yeah. Some games are good and then
yeah. I find like there's some really good players in that, and then there's sort of some ordinary players.
Club has 3 or 4.
Yeah. Probably doesn't have definitely doesn't have the depth of like an Illawarra or something like that, and it's probably on par with like maybe like a Group 7 or a.
Yeah, I'd say I don't think.
Or maybe. Yeah, so but it's going to be a tough ask in the second half, isn't it?
It's not looking good. There's seems switched on today, the boys.
Yeah, it's.
We've had a heap of injuries.
Yeah.
Everyone's been playing big minutes the last couple of weeks. I think it's
caught up with them finally. Yeah, and that's often the case if you come up against a big fish as well. It's.
They've had 3 wins by 40 points over the last. They don't play next week, so I think it's a few.
They're just going, oh, come on, bring on the ball. And then what's it? Is it Stingrays after that, or is it?
Yeah. We've got the spare weekend.
Oh yeah, 2 weekends off, and then the Stingray. So, and that can, I suppose, it's not too bad. You don't want that going into the finals, but but it's good mid-season though. Yeah,
they get a decent run towards the end. Just a bit short on depth this year, so
it makes it tough. Yeah, exactly. Because how Reggie's going?
Yeah, we're going good. We're sitting second in Reggie's. So we only had Tuesday training. We had 23 blokes in 2 grades. A few blokes out of retirement to put a record. This week we just had
just scraping at the moment.
Get a few back in a couple of weeks. So,
so it's tough. You've got quality there, but it's just actual numbers. Like it's
folks playing out of position.
Backing up.
The back row is a fullback. The fullback's a half back.
Makes it tough, doesn't it? So
they go alright. They've come back from bigger, but I don't think they will today.
It'll take just a complete form reversal and a capitulation from Superoos. But you never know. Like it's
fingers crossed.
Yeah, absolutely. So, good crowding, man. No worries, mate. Easy done.
Hey, I'm from down Ulladulla and he thinks he's got problems.
Yeah, well that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Our committee's destroyed it. We had a good side. We had the AGM last year. The club was in pretty bad shape.
Yep.
They were humming and hawing about folding. A couple of ex-players came back and said, no, we'll take care of it, we'll fix it. They got a good side together, a real good side.
Yep.
Signed all the contracts.
Yep.
Got Fernsey back there coaching.
Yep.
Something happened. The president resigned. New president, which happened to be thrown in. He kind of, okay,
he sort of just answered the SOS.
He was on the committee and he just said, okay, I'll do it, but I'm a busy man.
Yeah.
Then we had it's settled.
Yep.
Then 2 games into the season, the secretary, lady, absolute bitch, she decided she wanted to renew the contract.
Yeah.
We had 2 marquee footballers, and they brought all the players to the club.
Yeah.
She wanted to redo their contract, and they said, "You're joking, we're travelling with
Yep.
They said, "See you later." She said,
"Oh,
didn't want to talk to
didn't want it."
Supporters would have ratcheted up the money if it was going to get taken off them. So that started it.
It just soured things in the.
Got to get rid of our good players. So we folded after the second round. Players just left.
Yeah. Now you got to pick up the pieces. Sides coming back on to Michael Cronin Oval for this second half of the St George Illawarra Kiama Leagues Club Group 7 match of the round on Bar TV. The top of the table, Jamberoo, Superoos, superb in the first half. They lead 18 points to nil over the second place Gerrigong Lions in this top of the table showdown. The Lions no doubt feeling the pinch from a big casualty ward. It's finally caught up with them. Just talking to one of the reserve grade players, 23 available players at training during the week across 2 grades. Certainly taking its toll. What a kick-off! And almost an error from the Lions, who managed to salvage the situation. That would have been a diabolical start to the second half for a side that really struggled to find its feet in the opening 40. So Marks plays the football and they go down to the left. Now back to Russell. Russell shaped a kick and then saw that the Roos were up quickly and decided to take it forward himself. Now from Ford. Ford looking to kick back towards the middle, and it's now there for Field to run it back at the Lions defence. Brought down by Weir in the centre of the park. Now it's Barnard with a head of steam up. Lions close to, or should I say the Superoos close to flawless in that first half. 4 tries to nil. Kieran Pearce. Now Luke Asquith. So a big set. Dallas under some sort of pressure, but gets a pretty good kick in. and taken out late. Will get the penalty as well, and I notice Winchester back there. Looks like he may have gone to fullback, perhaps. And I'll take the 2. They want to make it a 4-score game. So Field, after taking over the kicking duties from Brock Skelly, who went off the park for the Roos. It wasn't Skelly. Dynamic in the opening 25 minutes. Creating opportunities galore. Now Jamberoo to make it a 20-point lead. Over it goes. Field making no mistake. 20-0, 38 minutes left for the Lions to try and pull something out of the fire.
Penalty goal for Jamberoo, kicked by Kurt Field. Jamberoo move along to 20, Gerrigong 0.
That kick off, sitting up in the breeze. 5 players there. None of them could get a handle on it. And Asquith, above his head, couldn't reel it in. The Lions will come up with the scrum fee. 20 metres out. Golden chance for points. Mark Asquith at first receiver. Sorry, Mulhall at first receiver, I should say. So they're 15 metres out. They go to the right. Winchester. Winchester almost through. Now Russell. Mulhall dumping it back on the inside. Turning it in for Collier. 5 metres out. Rickson Russell. Short ball going very close was Marks. Russell at acting half. Goes back to Rickson Russell. And Collier comes up with the error as he tried to offload the ball. Just hasn't been the Lions' day. Nothing for this big crowd to cheer about. Plenty on the hill, plenty in the cars, plenty up here in the grandstand as well. Good to see the support out here for Gerrigong, which has always been so strong in that department. So Dallas feeds the scrum. He goes to his centre 3/4 and Clark, who dumps it out the back. And it's a penalty. It was stripped out in the opinion of referee Will Drury. Again, just another cheap get out, although it wasn't the greatest of kicks from Dallas. Kieran Pearce. He's a real tough nut, and another penalty. Again, another strip. 2 in the tackle, according to the referee. Well, if we thought Dallas's last kick was bad, that was a dead set shocker. Deja vu as Pearce takes the football forward again.
It's in the raffle. It's been drawn, and it's an orange ticket A96. So orange ticket A96 is the number that's come out for the raffle, and whoever's got that can collect the prize in the canteen.
So Clark now will play it for the Superoos as they enter the Lions' half. Asquith, short ball. It was a good one to Field. Now Stone. 30 out. This will be the last for Field, who takes it to the line. It wasn't a good kick, and coming up with it is Roberts for the Lions. And a penalty as well. Player tackled without the ball. So finally something goes Gerringong's way. The winner of this match to go top of the tree. Well, the Roos already occupy top spot. The Lions had high hopes of coming here this afternoon and knocking them off. So an offload, some second phase play. This is better from the Lions as Winchester in the 3 jersey, but he's gone back to fullback and he's looking more dangerous. And that's a good run as well. Russell to play it. The dummy. The ball out the back. Marks picks it up. He throws the dummy. The defence doesn't fall for it. Maslenka in there, as well as Asquith. This is the last. Russell goes to the line, puts it on the boot for himself, but he barely got a boot to it. And now away for the Roos. Capan picked up. No markers there. That'll be easy work for Maslenka to cart the ball forward. And another penalty. That'll be about the 4th or 5th of the half for the Lions. Mick Cronin would be absolutely livid with his side start. So Stone takes it forward for Jamberoo. Al Smith. Getting good value out of their big forwards today are the Roos. Now Asquith trying to catch the big fellas. Napping. Stone going to Maslenka. Oh, they've worked the numbers. This should be a try. It will be. Capan. 5th try of the afternoon for Jamberoo. It's a good old-fashioned carve-up. 24-0. The Lions just look like they're running on empty. It's a stunned silence at Michael Cronin Oval. Not much for the home supporters to cheer about. Still 30 minutes left in this, but Jamberoo making a statement after a shock loss last week, their first of the season. But it looks as if they'll go back to winning ways, barring some sort of miraculous turnaround. Now the trusty left foot of Kurt Field will try and extend this buffer. We see James Asquith running up the field as a bit of assistance for Kurt Field, but he doesn't need it. He quickly goes back to his run-up and slots it over, adds another 2 points for the Superoos, 26-0.
The try for Jamberoo was scored by Dylan Cappen, and it was converted by Kurt Field. Jamberoo 26, Gerrigong 0.
Sitting up in the breeze, which looks to have turned around in the Roos' favour after getting the benefit of it perhaps in the first half. Pearce off the left. Now Kyle Stone. How about this fella? Putting his hand up for plenty of work. Real journeyman. Spent some time out in Group 9. Won a premiership with Gundagai. Now Dallas, chip over the top. The bounce. All important. Winchester picks it up, goes on a run down the northern touchline, cuts his way back in, gets an offload away. What a dangerous player. Lifting tackle. That'll be a penalty to the Lions. Quick tap. 40 out from the Jamberoo goal line. Marks with it for Gerrigong. He makes 9 metres. So Russell. We're here to play it. To Russell, back to Marks. 20 metres out. 26 points they trail by. Yet to crack the Jamberoo defence. Can they do it here? The dummy from Russell. He goes short side and said quick hands. The little kick over the top from Doozy, and he goes safely into the hands of the Superoos defence. A penalty as well. Mark Asquith there to save the day. And the tackler was offside. Just lacked that polish at the end of sets. It has to be said, as Maslenka now for the Roos. 13 minutes gone in the second half of this St George Illawarra Kiama Leagues Club match of the round. Coming to you on Bar TV. I hope you're enjoying this match wherever you may be watching. Pearce again. Solid shift from the bench front rower. Dallas scheming as he so often does. Now Asquith getting the ball away. They've got it through. Stone with a turn of speed. And a good tackle coming across from Winchester. Needed to be made. They've got to be on high alert. Field now, stepping, weaving, looking to march his way towards the try line. It's the fifth and last. They've gone 90 metres. Asquith getting the ball away. Mark Asquith, quick hands. Almost getting over the try line, but it's a handover. Caban thought he had a second. Couldn't quite reach out and get the ball down. So Collier to play it for the Lions. Under siege in this second half. Solid tackle coming in from Smith. A repeat effort from the Roos front rower. Working hard in defence as they look to get it out of there. Easy pickings for Field. Field fighting his winger and Bouchard. And Bouchard, oh, and he's hitting a solid tackle. Big hit coming in. Coming in from Jarrett. Launching in like a missile. Now Asquith, Luke Asquith. Clark a little bit groggy getting up from that playing the ball just a few moments ago, and he's still just struggling to find his way there on the left edge. So Asquith goes to Dallas, scheming across field again. He straightens up, and standing in the tackle is Maslenka as they go now to the right. Dallas kicks back to the left though. He wants to try and find the uprights. It sits up for Winchester. Winchester looking for some space. He's been well contained today, but good offload. He's good in terms of keeping that ball alive, and it'll be a penalty for a high tackle. The Lions get a little bit of a piggyback. They again opt not to go for the touchline, and they've found some space as well. Heads up bit of play from the Lions. They make an easy 30 metres. 24 minutes, still plenty of time left in this one, but Jamberoo with a 26-0 lead. I think many were predicting a tight, tough contest. It's been anything but. And a strip in there, that'll be a penalty. That was blatant right under the nose of Will Drury. Bit of ill discipline creeping in for the Superoos. The tap again. Weird to play it. Russell dummies. And Asquith was waiting for him. Time off called. And Will Drury just ushering the Gerrigong trainer to get off the field. Just wonder if he was copping a bit of lip there. Play on now for the Lions. Still searching for their first points, and we've had 57 minutes of play. So Russell goes there, and dummy, the Lions almost through. Short side they go. This time they will get that try. Joel Roberts crashing over for the home side. Breathing some life into the contest, perhaps. 26-4. Finally something to cheer about. Good ball from Isaac Russell from dummy half. Nice line from the right edge back rower, Joel Roberts. Successful conversion from Jake Taylor. 114 points for the season for the lock forward.
Try to Gerrigong's Joel Roberts. Converted by Jake Taylor. Jamberoo 26, Gerrigong 6.
Field gets us back underway. This one deep, sailing towards the touching goal area, but the Lions come up with it. So will that be the little spark they need to turn the tide in this one? Still an uphill battle, but it's not out of the question. They've certainly got the personnel, they've got the talent.
The winning double for the
Collier to play it now.
Is double
To
number
Russell
76.
as they look for an early kick.
That's home side 11.
And Field
side 6.
just waiting for it. Sits
They're the
up in the
first two try
breeze,
scorers.
but this time the
We're
defence
looking
is there
for
to
double
meet him.
number 76.
They drive him
Whoever's got
back.
that, you can collect the prize money at the bar.
That's probably the best defensive passage we've seen from the Lions all day, and they're rushing up. They've got this enthusiasm all of a sudden. Maslenka for the Roos as he tries to turn the tide, which is slowly turning in favour of the Lions. They're still down by plenty. James Asquith. A really half-hearted run from dummy half. They go to the fifth. Dallas again, trying to test Winchester, who had no dramas catching that ball. It was a little probably perhaps shallow for Dallas's liking. The Lions trying to milk a penalty. Thought the markers were offside. 19 minutes left in this top of the table showdown. Hope you're enjoying on Bar TV. The the ball out the back again. Second phase play. It was Winchester again. Boy, hasn't he made a difference, and somehow, some way, they've held onto the football as they go short side. Now they've got numbers out there, but they slowly run out of room. They, again, unload the football as it comes back to the midfield and steaming onto it. The Lions almost getting a try. The Roos at 6s and 7s are still on a horrible pass from dummy half. The kick going through the end goal. It's a horrible kick at that. Taylor, too much depth on the kick. It'll be out to the 20. They were let off the hook. They almost scored. I think it was Collier going to within inches of scoring. And they just panicked on the ensuing play. That could be a big turning point. 18 minutes left. All of a sudden, now you give the Roos 7 tackles. And they'll just march up the field here. They've got momentum all of a sudden as Stone. He'll play the ball on halfway. Now Asquith throws the dummy. He had Luke Asquith going through. A yawning gap, couldn't get it to him. Now Mark Asquith. The Asquith boys creating plenty of problems for the Lions. It's with the 5th with Dallas. He goes out the backfield to Capan, who will not even have a hand on him as he glides in for number 2. That, you think, would be the ball game. 30-6. It could have easily been a try the other end of the Lions. Instead, the Roos go 100 metres and put the game to bed with 17 minutes left. Dylan Capan, who spent time in the Illawarra League with Dapto. Certainly making a home on that right edge for the Roos. Field can really put it to bed here. 24 points the margin, 26. You'd have to think it becomes well and truly out of reach with 16 minutes left. The ball falling off the tee. We saw Field readjust last time and really just go back quickly, run back and kick it, and he's done the same here and he's shanked it. So he's rushed it and he's left the door ajar only just slightly. With 16 minutes left, it's 30-6. It would take some sort of capitulation.
The Jamberoo centre, Dylan Capan. Conversion attempt was unsuccessful. Jamberoo 30, Gerrigong 6.
And sitting up with the breeze, confusion, almost a collision. So Smith to bring it back for the Roos after their 6th try of the afternoon. And what an afternoon it's been. Kieran Pearce now. Like the Energizer Bunny, just keeps on going. Maslenka pumping the legs. They've stepped off the gas a little in the second half, but you look up at the scoreboard and they still manage to keep on piling the points. Dallas finding some space behind Winchester, who has to go back, retrieve it, but he's pinned into that northeastern corner. Nowhere to go, and the Lions, 90 metres they have to go. 14 minutes left. Russell probing. unloading out the back. But Collier to play it. Will they go to the boot or go through the hands? They go high. It's there for Fields. No real pressure on him, and the kick, to be fair, probably didn't go high enough. The chase didn't really have time to come through and affect any sort of pressure. Is now Capan. He's looking for a third. A cheeky little blindside snipe. Now Pearce. Time off called. A Lions defender might have copped a bit of a head clash. A little bit sick and sorry. That's Collier. It looks as if the trainer's trying to help him from the field. Collier doesn't want to go off. I'm not sure he's exactly with it at the moment. I don't know if he knows exactly where he is. Obviously the time and care showing for him. The referee, Will Drury, just asking if he's okay. And he will stay on the field. We go to Markle, though he's not standing square. So maybe just a little disorientated. Oh, and Field was hoping that Smith just popped up the pass. So that ball tipped out the back. But they're going to say knock onto the Lions by the looks of it. So it will be a Jamberoo loosened feed. It's hard to see what really went on there. No real protest from the Lions players. 13 minutes left. Dallas now goes to Capan. Oh, Capan! He stands up his man and he's into the red zone. He's still going, gets it to his winger. And Bouchard looking to score. Maslenka away from one. And they come again. They get their man. 3 metres out. Asquith. Well, the markers were never square. Ricks and Russell really just trying to slow the play down. Dallas showing. Oh, what a hit! What a tackle! James Gilmore absolutely belted. They cough up the football. Few car horns, few and far between that sound today. Not much for the Lions faithful to cheer about. That was a nice bit of play. Al Winchester. So the Lions next up have the bye, and there's the catch-up round as well. So they'll have 2 weeks off to really regroup, refocus, and get some troops back on deck. And then they've got Warilla, a tough game, the way the Gorillas are playing at the moment. The Lions, again, just coming up with an error. A half chance, they're not converting today. And then after Warilla, they've got the Stingrays in round 15. That's here at Michael Cronin Oval. For the Jamberoo Superoos, after the catch-up round, well, they've got the Sharks. What a game that's going to be at Kevin Walsh Oval. They've got the bye in there as well, and a round 15 clash with the Narrabombardieri Jets. So by no means easy games, those two, for the Superoos. So that made today's result all the more important. It gives them a 3-point buffer at the top of the table. As for the Lions, it means that their race for the top two certainly a little more precarious. Although if you can fall into that top 3 and get the double chance, that's definitely the goal. So Dallas set upon from that scrum. Smith, centre of the park, 40 metres out from the Lions line. Maslenka finally brought to ground. They're 30 away. Field looks to his inside. He finds support. Luke Asquith. He gets out of one tackle. Winchester's there to hold him up. He gets the offload away to Pearce. Pearce then unloads the ball back to Field. Field throws the dummy and trying to go through. He's brought down only 5 metres out. As they go to the short side, Dallas going the early kick. It was well read by Winchester. He couldn't handle it. He manages to bat it dead in goals. It'll be a goal line dropout. 9 minutes left, 30-6, Jamberoo. Hoping to boost this for and against even more. Quick dropout. Going back to Field, who eventually gets the kind bounce. Now Pearce, somewhat flat-footed. Will take the tackle. They're 30 away. Smith again. Rolling forward are the Roos. Back to Pearce. This is easy beat as he gets the offload back to Asquith, who gets it wide, and now it's Maslenka turning it back on the inside, and the ball goes to ground. Time off again. Another player down and in trouble. A fair bit of concern showing. Not entirely sure what happened, whether he copped a late shot or whether it was just an unfortunate collision. Looks like it might be in the 14 jersey, James Asquith, who's been good as the replacement hooker. No doubt the Roos looking to wrap up Skelly and Cotton Wool, so he's come out and done a very good job today, but some real concern showing as he gets to his feet. Not sure if it'll be right to stay on the park, but that's a good sign nonetheless to see him up on his feet. Looking quite ginger. So it looks as if he will hobble off the field. And that will force a reshuffle. So the Lions come away with the ball. Into the final 10. The Roos by 24. Back to the drawing board for Mick Cronin's men. So Collier, the ball played back, and now it's Russell. It's not on the same page today, are they, the Lions? They've looked a little pedestrian at times, a little lost. And that's the fifth and last. So they try a little audacious chip over the top, but Capan, it was easy for him. Got the room service bounce, and he'll take the tackle. 12 short of the halfway mark as Jake Clark now with the ball. 7 minutes left. Dallas feeds out to his outside there. Marks on the field for Superoos. He's told to go back and play it. That was Gilmore, in fact, I should say. So Jones on in that hooker position now with Asquith going off. Capan, quick hands to his winger. Bouchard down the right edge and he's roped in eventually 10 metres out. But the Lions again on the rack here. Field, Maslanka, Dallas. They shift it across. They go through the hands. Clark again. Struggling in the tackle. That'll be the changeover. Six minutes left in the St George Illawarra Kiama Leagues Club Group 7 match of the round. 1v2, and it's been the ladder leaders on top from the get-go. 30-6 they lead. They went into the sheds with an 18-0 buffer, and they've extended on it, winning the second half 12-6. It's been better from the Lions. Not good enough. Russell goes wide. That's the fifth. They stack the short left side. They instead go back to the open. So they've found a few numbers here. They should be able to get into the backfield. They do so now, looking for a consolation, and they'll get one. Well, I thought Ben Grant had butchered it. He had support on his outside, but he took the contact, broke the tackle, and goes in under the posts. And there's the confirmation. So 30-10, 5 minutes left. Thought they had the numbers out to the left. They instead went to the right, and the Roos came up short. Ben Grant racing in underneath the uprights. And the conversion sailing over from Jake Taylor. 30-12. Putting a little more respectability into the scoreline, which really does reflect the way this game has gone.
Try to Gerrigong's Ben Grant, converted by Jake Taylor. Jamberoo 30, Gerrigong now 12.
So the Roos take their time going back to halfway. And an absolute mongrel of a kick from field, but it has the desired result. The Lions have 3 minutes to score 3 times. I don't think that's happening, but they'll certainly want to finish off on a high note. Russell to his outside, and again they're through. The Lions having some late success, and they'll go in under the post. Russell, oh, he's flicked it out the back. He was basically over the line, and the Roos come up with the football. He didn't back himself, and he costs his team a try. He basically just had to fall over. So field with it as the Superoos just work the clock down. 2 minutes left now. Asquith. Big performance from the lock forward. Kick from Dallas. Going very close to that southern touchline. Doozy takes it on the full. The Lions, you'd think this will be their last set with the football. Winchester, he's been one of the Lions' best, which comes as no surprise, really. And a late penalty, so with 30 seconds left, they'll have a couple of plays here at the Roos. Isaac Russell looking to do the tough stuff himself, and he's lost the football. That'll be the last play of the game. An underwhelming end to a lopsided top of the table contest. There's the siren, the players shaking hands. Jamberoo back in the winners list, and they remain on top of the Group 7 ladder.
First grade, Jamberoo have run out winners over Gerrigong, 30 points to 12. For Jamberoo, 2 tries to Dylan Cappan, and 1 each to James Gilmore, Kurt Field, Kyle Stone, Mark Asquith. Brock Skelly kick 1 goal, Kurt Field 2. For Gerrigong, tries to Joel Roberts and Ben Grant, Jake Daler 2 goals. At half time, Jamberoo led 18-0. Full time, they've run out winners 30 points to 12. And just a reminder now that the player of the match, who will be selected by the referees, is going to be presented an award by the Group 7 President Roy Mills very shortly, which consists of $250 worth of Dragons merchandise and dinner for 2 at the Climate Leagues Club to the value of $60. So that award will be made out on the field very shortly. Congratulations to whoever wins that award.
A dominant display by the Premiership favourites. What an absolute carve up it was, 30 to 12. You'd perhaps even say that flatters the Lions a little bit. It's been a very ordinary day as far as they've been concerned. The fans won't be too pleased with that effort, but they've got plenty of time to turn it around. They've got the bye next week, and then it's the competition bye, the make-up round, and then it's on to Warilla and then the Stingrays. So there's plenty of time to turn it around. So the players coming off the field, and the player of the match, Dylan Cappan, with a double. He was certainly impressive on that right edge. A deserving winner of man of the match. So I hope you've enjoyed this Bar TV coverage of the match of the round. We'll be calling the match of the round throughout the season, right into the finals, going through to the grand final. So look forward to having your company between now and the run into the finals. But it was the Superoos, far too good today, winning 30 to 12. We'll catch you next week for more Group 7 action on Bar TV.
How'd that sound for yourself?
Yeah, it's good.
That worked out good, eh?
Yeah, no, all good, all hunky-dory there. Thank you. Yeah, it was good.
Great to have you.
Yeah, it'll.
Time we've done a competition game, the commentator. So
Yeah, that's.
interesting to hear that from Brendan and Barker.
Yeah, absolutely. I sort of expected it from myself. I sort of wasn't one of my best calls, because it's just the getting to familiarise yourself with the players and also the angles. Well, if you don't know the players, it's this sort of ground sort of makes it a bit tougher. But
will you be doing all the Group 7 calls?
yeah, so